So I just got back from getting the weapon skills in Orgrimmar, and what I said in the last video was that I would need to go to Thunderbuff or Undercity for some of them, but quite conveniently the Orc Weapon Master trains daggers, and that's the only one that I would have needed from Undercity. So I didn't even need to go all that far, which is I'm happy with. Saves a lot of time. At least it would if I didn't spend that free time doom scrolling on TikTok. That's the problem. So, just this is the second time I'm recording, and I had to go back into my microphone settings. I think I spoke a little bit about it in the last time. I had to sort it all out again because my microphone still was really quiet. So hopefully that's not something I have to do every time I record, but it's not too much of an issue now that I know what I'm doing. It was to do with the... I had to go into the control panel, change the boosted setting of it, turn it off and on, or like turn it down and then back up. So it wasn't too difficult. That's something that I just had to search the first time. Another thing that I've done is I've already uploaded the first video when making this one. So I've gone through the process of making a thumbnail, going through the description, the title and stuff. Which, the thumbnail, I think that's kind of the aesthetic I was going for. Is just like basic, straight to the point sort of thing. Like, you can see what it is. It's WoW Classic, you can see what episode it is. And then I just want like a little screenshot of my character from each episode. So yeah, I think that's the process that I want to go for the thumbnails. What I had to do, because I wanted to get a screenshot of when I was at level 1 at the very beginning, and I completely forgot when I first created the character. So I actually ended up creating a new character that looked the exact same just to create a thumbnail. Which was pretty fun, I guess. But I'll have to remember to try and take a screenshot at some point. So if something cool happens, or if maybe I'm on top of a mountain and there's a cool view, that might be when I do it. Also, while I was between the last video and this one, I got the weapon skills that I needed, which was I think it was 100 axes, 100 maces, no, not maces, 100 axes, pole arms, and then I also got the daggers from the orc. Not pole arms, fist weapons. I'm just rambling on. I know fist weapons I won't get, if at all, but it's just cool to have it and not need it, then need it and not have it. I also got cooking, first aid, enchanting. I've kept the herbalism, not because I need it, but it's a gathering profession and I don't need an item like a pick or a skinning knife in my inventory. So it's just there for the sake of it, really. So if I come across stuff, I can sell it. Or if I get some of the higher level herbs, I can sell them on the auction house, hopefully. I got cooking. On my other characters, I was doing cooking on my... it was the rogue for Alliance, because they need... I'm sure they need cooking for something anyway. I can't think of what it is, but I'm sure they need cooking anyway. And then I did cooking on my Orc Warrior for Horde. So I'd just make a bunch of food, or whatever food I got from all my characters, I'd send over to my cook. And then I'd send back what food I could make to each of my characters, just so they all had a little bit of extra stamina and spirit. So I can make my own food with this character as well. It just gives a small buff, but sometimes that little bit of health saves you. Fishing is one I've literally never bothered with. I find fishing really boring. But then when I do come across the little crates in the water, it makes me jealous that I can't get them. But a lot of the time you just get rubbish from them anyway, I'm pretty sure. It's like, one of the things that I was very confused with is, with blacksmithing, you can make the silver keys. Like, one of the first keys you can make is like a really low level one. But then even at that level, there's no chests that actually open with them. That was cloth. Oh no, it's canvas. It's a quest item. What was I saying? Completely lost track of thought. That put me off guard then. Oh yeah, with the silver key from blacksmithing. When you get it, all the chests around your level that would be locked don't open anyway because it's not high enough level. So I don't actually know what you use those small silver keys for that you get the first time round. So what I did the first time is I made a bunch of them and sent them to all of like each of my different characters, so if they came across something locked they could use it. But then by the time I actually got the chance to use it, I realised you had to be the blacksmith to use the key. So I just made a bunch of them for nothing. I just ended up selling them all eventually because I couldn't use them anyway. I was already past the level that the chest would require. But that's just classic for you, just learning the nuances and the small things that work and don't work. Now, the only weapon skill I couldn't train was the two-handed axes and two-handed maces, and that's because you need a talent as a shaman to get that. Which, if I'm going elemental, I don't think I will even get that, because I think it's quite a higher up talent in the enhancement tree. Plus, maces and axes is usually more for strength and attack. I'll probably be using staffs and shields a lot more for the intellect. In the last video I was talking about how weapon skills and hit percentages, and they're all like really confusing in Classic. The big thing for me was when I was playing my warrior, I know I wanted to be dual wield, but then I figured out that apparently dual wield, if you equip a second weapon in your offhand, it will it reduces its damage by 50%. So whenever you're trying to compare two weapons that you're dual wielding to one two-handed weapon, it was kind of a hard what's it called? Calculation to do, because it's like you have to get your main hand weapon then plus half of your offhand weapon, which I never knew if that was actually correct. It was just something I randomly read, so I never knew if that was right. But then what's also, and what I still get confused with, is when you get on hit effects on certain weapons. So it's like you can have 10 strength or no stats, but you have a chance to shoot out a bolt of shadow, a shadow bolt. So it's like, how do you compare those two? Like, is the shadow bolt worth it at all, or is it better to just go for raw strength sort of thing? That's one that I get confused with a lot. But I've in most games I've always been not min-maxing, but like I've always gone for what's the strongest basically, and I've been trying to get myself to just choose what looks cooler in a lot of games now, especially RPGs. So it's like, yeah, the sword might do an extra 2 damage, but the axe looks a hell of a lot cooler. And in Classic I don't really do that, because in Classic you do need every little bit of damage you can. But that's just kind of like an idea that I've been trying to get into recently. Because it's like a lot of action games are like it's based on combos. Something like God of War, any sort of action fighting with a big combo system. By the end of it, you just end up using the same combo over and over again because it's the best one. There's no point in using anything else. So that's what I've been trying to do, is like, even in those situations, I still want to just use other stuff, so it makes it a bit more interesting. Oh, cool. I've got a group again. I assume he's invited to still do troll as well. Maybe he's not. There's a chest here. I want to get it before anyone else does. Cool. I don't think you'll get anything good from these low-level chests anyway. It's just greys and whites. The Barrens is where you start getting your proper stuff, like green gear. Got a better axe and chestplate at least. Okay. This is a quest item. But item quest, I'm gonna leave the party anyway. Equip that. Oh, that's a two-handed axe, I can't use that, never mind. They're mail. See, what I'd normally do is I'd like leave a second set of weapons in my inventory like that. Just as like if I get an axe, or if I get a one-handed weapon that's better than my two-handed, I would also have a shield to use, or vice versa. But it just means leaving 2 extra items in your bags for the chance of something better. So I think I'll probably do that way later when I've actually got good items that I might want to keep. One thing that I'm trying to do in RPGs as well is kill everything I see on the way and like from places. Classic, it helps out a lot as well, because by the time you get to your quest, if they're still like yellow or red, you're going to have a trouble doing other quests, farming back up. When if you just kill everything bit by bit as you go along, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. That guy's going to hit it first. So yeah, I just want to make sure I'm getting as much XP as possible just by killing everything on the way. And it should reduce the downtime later on. Because it's like, I've played some of the Final Fantasies, and that's what I used to tell myself, is I'm not going to skip any battles, I'm not going to run past anything, I'm going to kill everything I come across. But then it gets to the case of you just constantly, oh, there's a battle. And eventually it does get tedious, but in the long run it will help to... in the long run it will help to actually get that XP. So you're not farming later. Just got that mace, a new mace, deals more damage. Another big thing with weapons that I struggle with is, especially with like warriors and rogues, I think are the big ones, is the slower the weapon, the better it is, because that's what impacts the abilities. And that makes sense to me, but then it's like, it's only like 2 abilities each that actually affect it, I think. So it's like the warrior, they have, I think it's revenge, and then overpower. That is like an instant hit that uses your attack power. And then heroic strike as well, I think it works on. And then rogue is sinister strike, I think. So it's like they just work better with slower weapons because they deal higher. It uses the upper number on the weapons damage, I think. I don't know if I'm making any sense, I'm just rambling on. Need more of the crawler, crab stuff. Macrora. I think I'm gonna get to level 8 and then I'll go down toward this area because that's where it gets a bit tricky. I remember when Plastic came out and I first started it, there's loads of people grouping up for stuff like Zalazane. It was pretty fun just seeing like a whole group of people doing all the same quest in one area. Made it feel, remind you of it being an MMO sort of thing. Is that better for me? No. That, the eggs quest, what's it called? Break a few eggs, tail lesser eggs. That one's always been a pain to do on Horde. I've done it plenty of times and just seems like they never spawn. It's hard to find them. End up running around all the islands for ages. Another thing that I was thinking of doing for the videos is having some like background music, like lo-fi, just like really quiet in the background, just as something different than the constant music of WoW. And also just for me, for someone to listen to, but obviously I'd get some like copyright free video on YouTube or something in the background. But I don't know. I'm still working this all out yet. I barely managed to upload the first video. I was just using the basic YouTube editor for the first time because I wasn't doing any major edits. There was literally like 2 cuts at the very beginning of the episode, and that was it. But when I did the first cut, it popped up saying your video is being processed, come back later. But it would literally stay there for hours. Or what seemed to be hours, like it wouldn't go away every time I refreshed the page. And it was literally like a 2-second cut that I had made. So that had confused me. But I came back to it later and it had gone away. So I think it does just take a little bit of time. Just gotta leave it to it. What was the very beginning, I cut just when I was entering the world from the character creation screen, because I wanted the episode to start off as the intro for the Horde, the Orcs. And then I wanted to walk up to the quest giver and start the voice AI, the AI voiceover thing. But what's funny is I had to cut that at the very beginning as well, because I didn't have the add-on turned on for some reason. I must have turned it off previously and I didn't even realise. So within 10 seconds of the episode I had already messed up, which I thought was quite funny. But after that I didn't end up cutting anything. It was just those 2 little snips.
Greetings, man.
Well done, young one. Well done indeed.
See, this really sticky glue, I know this is a really strong item, but I just don't like leaving it in my bags. I never end up using it really, and it just takes up space, so I just end up selling it. If it was hardcore, I'd probably keep it, but I don't want to.
The Horde would surely prevail if the Kolkha centaurs were to attack. But by preventing such an attack, we have spared our mighty warriors unnecessary bloodshed. And as sure as there is sand in the Tanaris desert, we know that there will be blood spilled before these trying times are through. You have served your people well, adventurer.
Stay away from them.
I've never actually got up to Tanaris on any of my characters. I've done a couple handing quests on my hunter, which was the highest level at like 42 or 43. But I've never actually done any of the other stuff. I think I had the prerequisite quest to get the hammer for the, is it Zul'Farrak, the dungeoner in Tanaris? The hammer that summons the giant Hydra. It was just a quest that I was doing in the Shimmering Flats just above it. I think it was just like a prerequisite that led into it. I'm gonna go do the Alliance quests up here next, and then I can lead back up into Razor Hill. Hopefully, I should be level 8 by the time I finish all this. See, I don't know if I want to do these, go up top, because I didn't get the 2 quests. It was the Fizzle, whatever his name is. What is it? Fizzle. Yeah, Fizzle's Claw is the guy that you need to go up here for. That one we'll do way later. And then there's the Razormane Quilboars around here and up here. I didn't know. I didn't want to grab them just so it didn't fill up the quest log loads. So I'm gonna go do the human quest up here. If I'm close to level 10, or if I reach level 9 or something, I'll do the Quilboar quest, and then hopefully by the time that's all done, I can be level 10 for when I come down here to do Zalazane pretty easily. I need to be killing stuff on my way. I was thinking about the thumbnails of the videos as well. I like the look of them so far, but I don't know if I should like make them a bit more vibrant and colourful, so I just boost the saturation or the brightness of it a bit. Because obviously the Warcraft logo, you've got the blue and gold, and you've got the brown borders on the loading screen. I knew that's what I wanted. I like the design of that. But I don't know, I think the brown makes it a bit dull, a bit more dull than I thought it would. So I don't know if it's worth brightening the colours somewhat, or something like that. Like I say, it's just a process of figuring it all out. I'll get there eventually. It was just some basic editing I had to do on a free online editor. Didn't take me very long. I have used Photoshop in the past in school and stuff. So I had a basic understanding of what I was doing. It was just remembering where things were. With this quest, I'm sure I always end up missing out on like one of them. So it's either the Marines or the Sailors that I have to fight loads more of. But I think they share a spawn anyway, so it's just cool. I saw, I've seen a video before now of someone who I think he dresses up as one of these guys on Alliance on a PvP server, and then he hopes that Horde players will attack them. I thought that was pretty funny. I've never come across them, but it's a random video I saw. The post I did see yesterday actually was, it was quite heartwarming. There's a picture of this father and his son playing WoW. They were leveling up together. Apparently his son wanted to capture a spider that he saw. He was playing a hunter. So it's pretty cool that he's bringing his son up to play the game. I've kind of always wanted to have like a duo partner or something to play the game with. Like I say, no one I knew ever played WoW, so being able to have like even just a mini party, or in a perfect world you'd have like, you know, your warrior, your mage, your priest, your hunter all in one big group. I think that would be really, really fun. But realistically, that's really difficult to get a group of people to play all at the same time. Schedules align, that sort of thing. So it's a shame. Because there was one time I had made a post on social media trying to find someone to group up and play with from level 1. And I did eventually find someone. And we grouped up, we had played a couple times, but we only got up to like level 10. It was really fun, at least I thought it was. But then one day they ended up ghosting me, so that was fun. They just blocked me, or they unadded me, or they blocked me or something, I don't know. But next time I tried messaging them, it just didn't go through. I can't remember exactly, but they weren't on my friends list anymore, so that was fun. But I don't know, after that I had just kind of given up on trying to group up with people. Obviously there's guilds and stuff, but most guilds are in Discord now. I'd rather be able to just get onto a guild and talk to people in the game, rather than having to use a separate app. And trying to... if I meet someone in a guild, then they're not really likely to create a whole new character just to play with a stranger. So, but that's always been like one of my goals that I wanted to do, is to start from level 1 and get to 60 with someone. Which is why I mentioned in the last video, if there are people that watch this and are genuinely interested, I'd love for someone else to group up with me. Or if they wanted to join and do a dungeon or something, we could do like a big group full of viewers and stuff. Don't know if I should use my totem here, maybe. See, my Blood Fury, it reduced healing I receive, I think. It reduces healing effects on you. But does that include potions? I don't know. I'll have to test that. Got to go get the chest from on the balcony now, and then I need to kill a few more of the sailors. Wonder if this is a good spot to do a screenshot for the thumbnail. Maybe in front of the castle. What's attacking me? Hello.
I'm out of range.
It's a strange spot to attack me from. See, this tiger's eye. I don't know if it's worth keeping it and seeing what it sells for on the auction house, or just selling it as it is. Because a lot of the time it'll just sell for like an extra 2 copper or something. So I don't normally bother. I didn't even realise that that's all. Oh, screenshot. Should I do one? No. Let's see. So what I think is the last episode I did like the lightning bolt. So I think this one I might do the heal instead. So I should get rid of the name. Pretty sure I can. Oops. Minions. Yeah, there we go. Throw one like that. So I don't know if that says the screen capture thing on it now. Popped up saying it does. Oh, wrong one. Okay, hopefully that works. If not, I'll have to do it later. Like I say, I'm very new to all this YouTube stuff, so you're on the journey figuring it out all over. Because I think there's 2 separate folders of when I take a screenshot. It'll show the screen captured some screenshots, and then it'll show, if I go into the screenshots files, I think, that's where it shows where it's not screen captured in the middle. Something like that. I'm gonna try and release these episodes once a day. I don't know when I'll record them exactly, but trying to release them all at the same time, just for some consistency to get the channel going. Hopefully that'll boost it a little bit. I'm just uploading them random video at random times, it'll go anywhere. That's all of them done. Okay, we're fine. I was actually thinking I might die there. upgrade, cool. I need to get some new trousers. I don't like these shorts. At least still the first ones I started with, no. At least I don't think they're the ones I started with. I think the quest later on, closer to Orgrimmar, the one with the dying troll outside, you have to get an antidote for him by going into Orgrimmar, going back out, killing some scorpions, going back into Orgrimmar, then going back out to him. That's one that I think I'll probably cut for the video. I will end up doing it, but that one's just going to be really boring to watch, because it's just back and forth. I think I'll probably play it when I'm fighting the scorpions, but going back and forth, I don't know. What I need to do is, if there's anything I want to talk about, I'll have to note it down on a pad or something, and then I can bring it up in the videos and just chat away. Get to level 8 here, do the Quilboar quest, and then I'll probably try and kill as much as I can to get up to level 10 and go back down to the Troll Islands.
Blood and thunder. Word of your bravery travels fast, adventurer. Tales of your victory at Tiragard Keep will be heralded in Orgrimmar. One of my most observant scouts brings back word that the wreckage of Proudmoore's fleet still remains off the coast of Durotar, just east of Tiragard Keep. It is no secret that the humans, in alliance with those foul little creatures known as gnomes, have an advanced knowledge of mechanics. We must have a complete understanding of all our potential enemies, and our people will benefit from this new knowledge as well. Swim through the wreckage, adventurer, and retrieve for me the tools of the Alliance. This does not bode well at all. You were wise to bring this information to my attention. Humans cannot be trusted. We fought alongside them with a weary heart, knowing they would betray us one day. Admiral Proudmoore's death was not enough to stop his legacy of deceit. The human scum had his plans well laid out before he ever met his demise. His reign won't even die with Benedict, it seems. Who knows how long it will be before the next waves of Proudmoore's men land upon our shores. We need to get these orders to Vol'jin in Orgrimmar immediately. He can be found in Thrall's chamber. When we arrived, the Razormane Quilboars possessed much of the land and proved a thorn in our sides. Through our efforts, we have driven out the largest part of their numbers, but still they remain well fortified in some areas. It has gone on long enough, however. For our own protection, we cannot allow the Razormane any hold in our lands. Their camps can be found to the west of here. Look for the brambles, and you will find them. Today we drive them from Durotar, tomorrow, perhaps from all of Kalimdor.
So I forgot about this Gnomish Tools quest. It's always irritating that this one you get after you've already been to that human area, so you have to go back and forth a couple times. But I'll do that one next, then I'll do the boars, and then I'll go down to the islands.
Loktar! Most excellent adventurer. Any good adventurer will surely find a use for this bag on the battlefield. I salute your vigor and willingness to die in the name of the Horde.
Could go to the cooking train and make this roasted boar meat, just to level up my cooking that a little bit. Can use that, sell all this other stuff. And then I can make some bandages as well, level that up. And then while I'm doing that, I'll sort my new abilities out. Earthshock. See, for the time being, I'm going to have that as a separate thing. One, the lower rank for interrupting, and then the higher rank just for damage. Lightning Bolt rank 2, I'll take that. A bit more damage, that's my taunt. And Bite 2, cool. I've already got healing move 2. Was there anything else I'm missing? Bite Lightning Shield. Yeah, cool, that's everything. Yeah, on each of my characters I have like a layout for where my abilities go. So it's like my main hotbar, that's just like my basic abilities that I'm constantly using. T and Alt T are always my heals. So I usually use T as like a quick, fast heal. So like heal, like flash heal or something, and then the Alt T will be my slow heal. Then R and Alt R. So R will always be my strong one-hitting ability, and then Alt R will be my strong AoE ability. And then G will always be some sort of shield or buff. A is for attack buff, D is for defense buff, and then I've just got Alt D and Alt A for the same reason. Alt G I'll always use for a dispel. V and Alt V I'll always use as an instant heal. Alt F is always like a slow effect sort of thing. C is always a stun. My mouse button, I always have one as an instant hit, so when I get Flame Shock, I'll have that on there. And then I have my interrupt on my mouse as well. Alt 1 is always a taunt, and then the rest of Alt 2 to 5 is like buffs and stuff. It's just cool to
I can train you
be
in
able to go
first
from
aid
one
techniques.
character. It's good to be able to go from one character to another and know exactly what each ability does, because it's all in the same spot. And then H I'll have as my bandages as well most of the time. Okay, let's go get the gnomish tools. Thing with Shaman is just remembering to have your buffs on all the time. Hopefully I can kill stuff a lot faster now. Not having to use my melee weapon as much. There we go. So some mobs, when you get their health low, they slow down, so trying to backtrack and like move at the same time as you're fighting them doesn't work. It's irritating sometimes. Use that scroll now, before I forget. I don't know if these guys have Frost Nova. I don't think they would have at this low level, but just in case, I need to be careful so I don't get frozen down here. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. I've not spoke about anything nearly as much as the first one. I mean, eventually I think I'll start naming the episodes after what happens in them, but I don't know. Like this one, for example, all I've done is do the human quest, the what they call the centaur quest. I don't really think I have to name it. Strange, the sound's cut out in here. I don't know if I've just completely missed one of them or there wasn't one in there. There. How people played this game without Questy, I'll never know. Right, I think I'll use my Hearthstone. Sorry, I'm yawning. Just because I can't be bothered swimming all the way over there. Oh yeah, something that I completely forgot about as well. Then my first character that I deleted, I should have grabbed the bags from them and sent it over. Give myself some proper bags. I bought this one from the auction house while I was getting my weapon skills. But yeah, I sold everything on my character, including my armor. But I should have sent over the bags, or at least sold them.
Go with honor. Your recovery mission was a success, adventurer. I will see to it that these tools get to Orgrimmar with the next caravan. Nicely done.
Right, I've got some more food that I can make, and then I can go fight some Quilboars. Is there a rare over here? Yeah. Geolord Mottle. It's all white items though. Oh no, there's one green, but it's a bow. Like I say, I had that one moment with the rare that wasn't showing up on the add-on, so here's the hoping, but I doubt it because it is such a low level. I mainly just want a main hand weapon, just so I can do more damage. Wrong button. Yeah, with my other characters, because I was thinking of just jumping straight into them on a video and just starting from that. But from a viewer's standpoint, I don't think that would be quite interesting. I don't think it would be interesting because it's just starting from the middle of nowhere. I think people would rather watch from level 1. Maybe people that are interested in trying WoW or seeing what the beginning is like. Because if you think, a lot of trailers nowadays, it always shows like the brand new content. It's, you know, really high level stuff or end game stuff. It's like a lot of game trailers just show the craziest thing that happens in the game. Whereas me personally, I'd rather be able to see the beginning of the game to see what, you know, where you start off as. Just so you're not overwhelmed with too much stuff straight away. With my other characters, what I might do is use the... Ooh! Okay. I don't know if it's worth keeping that for the auction house. I'll have to see. Yeah, with my other characters, I was thinking of maybe just doing the dungeons as a separate video. Just to show people what the dungeons are like, I guess. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's like I went into... I think it was Scarlet Monastery Graveyard the once, just because it was a random one that someone had whispered me to do, so I want to do it. It was a last spot, so I thought, yeah, I'll do it just for the sake of it. And normally, in Classic, when I do a dungeon, I'll do a bunch of research on it to figure out what bosses there are, if there's any mechanics, you know, what quests I need to take in. But this one I just went in on a whim, I had no knowledge about it. And I was asking these people, like, oh, is there anything I need to know? Like, what stuff, you know, what quests are there? And none of them were answering me. Like, so I just had to go in blind, which is not what I'd normally do. So from then I just decided I am always going to do some research, so I'm not left in the dark. Because it's like, I didn't realise how small that dungeon was. It's literally like 3 bosses, I think, if that. Being able to just watch someone else play through a dungeon, at least personally for me, I think would be helpful. Oh, there's the rare. There's something I don't understand about this add-on that I've got, is it only pops up with the rare found when I hover over them. I don't know if that's a feature or if that is, like, if it's supposed to do it when it's just around anyway. Because I know in retail it shows me when I just fly past them. But in Classic I have to actually hover over them. So I don't know if that's a feature or if I need to go into the settings for it. But when you go into settings for an add-on, there's so much just in your face at once. I just can't be bothered to do it all. I remember I used weak auras for retail for a bit. Just figuring out how to code all of that. Just do something as simple as like put a health bar down. Sometimes was quite difficult. Keep forgetting to put my shield on as well. I don't know if it's really mana efficient, but it's only ever useful to use that when I'm out of combat, I think, though. Where is it? 45. I'll wait till I can use it. Give this a go. Just so I know when I can use them both in the same fight. The cloak. That is better for me, I guess. Nope, I'm messing up my buttons.
I need to be closer.
Chest there as well.
It's too far away.
I remember a big thing that I used to do years ago back in vanilla, as a kid, is when I was in a dungeon and you had to roll on loot. I always used to think greed meant that you were willing to pay money for the item. I didn't know it meant like that's just what you were going to sell. So whenever I really needed an item from the dungeon, I'd be thinking greed instead of need, thinking like, oh, I need this item, I want to buy it. So there's probably hundreds of items that would have improved my character. I never ended up getting them. Yeah, I remember there was this one time. I was doing a quest. I think it was in Ungaro Crater. Either that, or it was the place where there's a giant volcano in the middle. I can't remember. I think it's Ungaro Crater. And me and my brother were playing at the time. That we got this helmet, and the helmet looked really cool, but in terms of stats, it wasn't great. So it's like we had the argument of, oh, it looks really cool, I want to keep it, but then I was like, you know, oh, it's got rubbish stats, it's not good for us, we don't need it. I remember that was one of the silly things that happened years ago. I used the wrong one again. I'm so used to having my rock biter on alt 1. I don't even need to kill enemies anymore. I've just realised I've just been killing them for the sake of it. Oh well, extra XP. I'm gonna go down here now. Wonder if the rare would have respawned. I doubt it. Even the low level rares I think still have like a time of at least 2 hours or something. That's strange. The swords aren't showing up on the minimap this side. Is that rare? It's an elite rare. Oh no, that's not. He didn't show up on here. I might actually have to back out of this. Just taunt, please. No. Okay. What? I didn't see his symbol. Well, he could have been anywhere. Okay, first death of the series. Genuinely didn't realise he would have been there. I think that might have to be the title. First death. Dying to a Quilboar. Does he drop anything good? Let's see. It's just a bunch of white items still. Oh, there's a green item there. See, I'd normally put a message in a chat asking for people to group up, but I don't think it's worth it. Plus, if I get any loot from it, I want it. Oh, I have another scroll. Yeah. I think I'll get to level 9 and then try it. Dagger, is that better for me? Nope. I'm gonna put the title as like dying to a Quilboar or something like that. I don't know if I should take a screenshot for the thumbnail that better fits that. The thumbnail is going to be me at the castle. Doesn't really make sense for the title to be about a Quilboar. Level 9. Wait for my mana to come back and I'll give this guy a go. Get everything set up. Right. As far as I can. How long does that totem last? 2 minutes. Cool. Let's go. chance. He does way too much damage. Oh yeah, no chance. Leave me alone. Cool. Well, can't fight him. I think I might try taking a screenshot around the brambles here. Everyone sees these spikes and knows it's Quilboars, so... Pretty sure in the lore of it, like, the roots, that's actually like the blood or the veins of like a giant boar god that died at some point. Garmadon or whatever. I've been done here for a while as well, I think. I didn't realise. Yeah, I think I might try taking a screenshot here. Okay, just gave the screenshot thumbnail thing a go. I don't know if it'll be any good, but you'll see from when the video comes out, I guess. Need to be reaching level 10 before I get over there. So the episode has already gone on longer than an hour, but it doesn't feel like it's been that long. Doesn't feel like I've done a lot, but I did all the crab stuff and the centaur stuff at the beginning. Don't know if I want to keep the episodes to an hour each or vary them. I think it'll just depend on how I feel. Like if I'm really into the character at the time, if I'm in the middle of a quest line or something. Or I could just like pause it at, or like stop the video at an hour and just start the next one straight away and just keep them all at an hour long. I don't know.
I will pass along word that the Quilboars have been removed from their lairs and that their structures may be set to fire. The removal of the Razormane from Durotar brings us closer to fully securing the borders of our new homeland. Can't loot that right now.
Missed it. Clicked too soon. A silver bar I can probably sell it.
Go forth to victory.
Do some cooking and then what's it called? First aid. Oh wait, the wand I can use my enchanting on. I'll probably do that. See, I'm pretty sure from the enchanting, you get the essence from the weapons and then the dust. Is it the dust? From the armor. So there's not a lot I can really do here. I might cut this bit out. So I think I'm going to stop the video here. I'm stuck between what I want to do next, because I wanted to get to level 10 before going to these islands, but I'm nowhere near level 10. So I was thinking I might go up to this area, do these quests, go up into Orgrimmar as well, and then go do the Zalazane stuff. Just because swimming back and forth onto those islands is really irritating. But then also running all the way up to Orgrimmar back and forth is also going to be tedious. So that's just classic for you, though. You've got to try and be the most efficient. But I don't know, as long as you're enjoying it, I guess. That's the crocodile one over here, so I could do that one as well. But then by the time I've done all of these, I don't want these to be green. I think you do still get the same amount of XP if they're yellow and green. But I know obviously after green it goes grey, so... yeah, so I think I'll stop the video here, do all the quests up top here in the next video, and then I'll go down here to do all this stuff afterwards once I'm level 10. So yeah.